Thank you for flying Dex Airlines. I'm your captain speaking. Today we are embarking on our 2-hour flight from Atlanta to Guantanamo Bay, known for its amazing beaches and soul-killing prisons. I'm coming here to inform you all that we're going to run into a bit of turbulence. And by turbulence I mean another plane. So glad I kept that on me. Yeah, this should work. This shed looks like my room. Well, this should block out the smoke from the plane crash, so in that time, let's talk about the inferior PlayStation All-Stars. Smash Bros. Is seen as one of the greatest fighting franchises of all time, and Smash Bros. Ultimate is seen by many as the best game in the franchise. I mean, it got rid of Smash Tour, it's like the video game equivalent of curing AIDS. Now when this game was first revealed, no one could believe that they were bringing back every character in the franchise. Snake, Young Link, Pokemon Trainer, Wolf, Pikachu, but Baby. It was incredible seeing all these fan favorites coming back to the franchise. It also came with some newcomers such as Ridley, Simon Belmont, King K. Rool, Mach Rider, Isaac, Gino, oh wait, that's the Grinchley. Remember when there was a civil war online between people who thought it was real and people who thought it was fake? Wow, that could not be me. But even though people were a bit disappointed that there weren't as many newcomers as the games before, most people forgot about that as soon as the game came out, since there were still so many characters. And all of you better recognize that I am next level at this game, just look at this footage of me playing. Well, Ultimate did bring a whole lot to the franchise, and what better way to talk about it than a video on YouTube made by a guy who looks like he needs to turn in his MLA paper at midnight. Why is voiceover to me so mean? This is the best cover in any Smash Brothers game. That gives me a legal reason to marry it. Now unlike last game, there was only one version, and nothing was ported over to the 3DS, so the Ice Climbers could finally escape from the Shadow Realm they were stuck in. And also, this did avoid any chance of having another dumb name situation like the last entry. Could you imagine if this game was called Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch, and there was another one called New Smash Bros. For the 3DS? Unlike the last entry, the game file got leaked and people had access to it about a week early. Thankfully all the characters were revealed, so there was nothing left to leak except cutscenes and the disappearance of Porky. Pressed up, my sweet prince. Now I'm not the type of guy who's gonna play a leaked version, mostly because I'm too much of a pussy to hack my Switch, and also I feel like I need to show respect to Sakurai for putting so much hard work into this game. But all the hard work could not stop all the leaks before the game. The main culprit in all of this was a man known as Vergaben. He was a very credible leaker who stirred up the airwaves when he said that Ridley, Simon Belmont, and Steve from Minecraft were going to be in the game, along with Snake and the Ice Climbers coming back. People just said he was lying and that he got bad info. Well, then came E3 and he was right about everything except Steve. Later would come the reveal of Simon, Richter, and King K. Rool, along with the teasing of a new mode, which was later found out to be called Spirits. And of course, the Smash community didn't make any wild assumptions. That is a story mode exactly like Subspace Emissary. I will bet my left arm on it.
I should mention that the adventure mode in this game is nothing like what we came up with for the Subspace Emissary.
That is unfortunate. There would be a few more reveals during Nintendo Directs, and then would come the final Smash Direct, where we would find out who the final characters were. Now the Direct was 45 minutes, so people genuinely started to think we would see 7 to 8 characters revealed at this thing and we would see the story mode. Well, then came the Direct and we were met with Sakurai explaining the brightness settings. Oh, so that's why some things are darker than others, my eyes are finally open. But the final characters were revealed to be Incineroar and Ken from Street Fighter. Now I personally thought these were the worst characters to reveal at the end. I don't hate the characters, but I just don't think another Pokemon and a copy of Ken are very exciting. It just sort of killed the hype that was being built up from the previous reveals. But there was one more character after this that got people talking. But before that, we did see what Spirit Mode was, and it was introduced with an amazing cutscene. It was super well done trailer showing the characters being captured, and we got to see some great callbacks to some of the characters' original game. And we got to see his cool interaction between Sonic and, Sonic and Pikachu. Now this mode was called War of the Light, and Sakurai said that this wasn't another Subspace Emissary, so people instantly said it was another Subspace Emissary. And then we saw the reveal of one more fighter. It's the homie from the Pites. Yeah, Piranha Plant was added to the game as a DLC character, and I'm still holding on to my heart from the shock. Now that is how you do a final character reveal. Okay, so I was going through the wreckage of the plane crash, and I found this picture. Oh, no, not that. This! The menu screen from the Wii U version. I kept this on me in case we got hijacked by terrorists and I needed to scare them away. Well, being able to navigate a game is pretty important in making the experience smooth for the player. As Smash Wii U said, wouldn't it be funny if we did the complete opposite and now 8-player Smash and regular Smash are separate from each other? Oh my god. But Ultimate fixed that and made a much better menu screen. Now the menu actually has some type of symmetry, and the selections aren't just random shapes with the background. But that space between online and the shop does piss me off a bit. There's also the help from the nav you can bring out, which makes it easier to go to specific options. Oh yeah, there's the manual I'm never gonna use. The menu is so easy to navigate now and makes it easier for me to avoid using Game & Watch online. Damn it! Now speaking about pissing people off with video game characters, let's talk about the roster. Now this is obviously the entry with the most characters since they brought back every fighter from the past games. In total there are 75 fighters, not counting Echo fighters, and I am including the DLC characters. Now some people may think that the roster is too big, but I've never understood that complaint. More characters means that there's more to choose from, which I really don't see as a negative thing at all. I mean, every fighter is somebody's favorite. Now Echo fighters is a fancy term for clone characters besides Dr. Mario. These fighters use the same build as another fighter, but their attacks look different and their stats are also slightly changed. So this gives you a reason to use Dark Samus instead of Samus since they're not identical. Now I like the idea, but I really don't see why they needed to be put in their own category. There are only 4 Echo fighters in the game and no more are going to be added by the looks of it, so it probably would have made no difference if they weren't given a special name. Or I'm just mad that Shadow wasn't added as an Echo fighter and I need to take it out on something. So now I'm going to give my thoughts on the 15 newcomers and rate them with either a thumbs up with a happy face or a disappointed thumbs down. The Inklings were a no-brainer. It was pretty obvious they were going to add the main characters from Nintendo's most recent IP that isn't trash. And I love how they managed to incorporate Ink Meter from the original game and made it seem like they were ripped straight from Splatoon. Daisy, Peach's Echo Fighter. Besides the knockback on the turnips, there's not much difference since she is an Echo Fighter, but for some reason she doesn't have a "Hi, I'm Daisy" taunt, so you had one job, Sakurai. Ridley from Metroid. They did an amazing job being able to scale Ridley down so he can fit the stages, and his reveal trailer was hardcore. He kills 2 people, I love it. Simon and Richter Belmont from Castlevania, and wow, they made characters for people who are missing every button on their controller except B. Yeah, they cool. Chrom and Dark Samus. So yeah, so if your favorite pastime is not being able to recover back on stage, then Chrom is your boy. And Dark Samus is just a better Samus, and upgraded characters is always welcome. King K. Rool. This is another fan favorite people have been asking for since Melee, and he's overall the most mindless character in the game, so it's nice to be able to play a character where you don't have to think as much. I was genuinely surprised that Isabelle wasn't made into an Echo fighter, but look how cute she is! Ken. Well, if you're a leaker and need a surefire way of getting people to believe you, just hit him with a thumbs up. Now Ken's just a way cooler Ryo, so he's okay in my book. Incineroar. I don't know, man, I've never really liked Incineroar, even back in the Sun and Moon days. The whole Luchador gimmick doesn't really appeal to me, and I probably would have gone with the Sudai for a Pokemon from Sun and Moon. Piranha Plant is the truth. That's all. But seriously, I know a lot of people weren't happy that an enemy from Mario was added instead of an already established main character, but it's so random and out of left field that I just find it amusing. It's really cool when a game goes against the status quo and adds something no one expects. Joker is the most love I've ever seen put into a Smash Bros. Character. Everything about him just radiates flair and style. Small details like Morgana popping up in his taunts or his victory screen being almost identical to the one from Persona just makes the character so special. The key to playing the hero is using your experience points and raising your luck level in real life, because nothing about him makes sense. You just kinda hit down B and hope you don't get kamikaze. But having a character rely so much on RNG is actually a fun concept to me. Now I heard Dragon Quest is a very good game and I even downloaded a demo, but it's just kinda sitting there, staring at me. Banjo and Kazooie. These are absolutely the fan favorites, and most people knew they were coming one way or another. I mean, what can I say that hasn't been said? They were the Smash community sweethearts, and when they were added, there were like 20 videos complaining about them. It's awesome. But adding them did lower the chances of Steve coming to Smash. As many of you know, I've been pushing for that campaign for quite a while now, so... Terry Bogard, the Smash character who made history by raising the stock of the letters S, N, and K in that order. Yeah, this is probably the least appealing to me out of all the DLC fighters, mostly because he reminds me too much of Ryu and Ken. And even though he is quite well done and a very unique fighter, I just don't see much appeal in him. But he did introduce me to Mai, so... I really didn't give too many thumbs down because I don't think there are any unnecessary fighters. Every character has a place in this game, and unless Sakurai adds a walking mystery block as a fighter, I think any video game character is fair game. Well, I just got some news from the lawyers. They told me that by surviving this crash, I could sue the airline. So I'm just gonna wait right here for them to find me. Because the plane has never gone missing forever, right? Now almost every stage in Smash Bros. History was brought back, except the ones that matter. Like how can you look at Pokefloats, Pac-Maze, and Pac-Land and say, Pac-Land. Yeah, that's the one. But there weren't that many new ones added because of that, and I was kinda disappointed. A lot of these stages were already in the previous game, so very rarely did I ever feel like I was playing in a brand new world. The DLC stages, on the other hand, were very well done. Okay, I'm gonna set up a Smash tournament while I'm here. Palutena's Temple and Woohoo Island are illegal. Now obviously this is Smash Brothers, and seeing as there is no Brothers option, we have to go to Smash. Now the fighting in this game is the absolute best in the series. I know people say that Melee is a lot more technical and is way faster, which means there's a higher skill level. And yeah, I see what they mean, but Ultimate finds the right balance between technical and being easy enough for new players to grasp. Now I've been playing Smash for a while, and Ultimate just seems like a perfected Smash 4 fighting system. The combat in this game is so smooth, I could use it as butter. The combos are easy to learn but hard to do consistently, which means spending more time with one character is more beneficial to being a better player. Now once you're done with that, you can take all the skills you learned and take them online to fight against other people. Okay, so I've seen the videos and Reddit essays on why Smash Online is terrible, and I have to say, yeah, this isn't very good, but I don't think it's as bad as people say. In the previous entry there were two modes, for fun and for glory. For fun would be used by people who wanted to play casually and have items on. For glory was meant to be used by people who wanted to have a competitive fight without items. Now most people just used for glory since that was the standard way of playing Smash, and while it wasn't a perfect system, it did have the honor of not being Smash Ultimate Online. The concept of playing with the rules you select seems fine in theory, but then you realize with the amount of options that you're most likely not going to play with the settings you want. For example, some people may use 2 stock instead of 3, and have a short amount of time on, which really makes it hard for me to get an enjoyable experience every match. Then there's also the problem of having to fight against people with bad Wi-Fi, so sometimes the match will freeze and will kill the momentum of the fight. But to be honest, I don't encounter these problems nearly enough to warrant me not using online. Besides a couple match disconnections here and there, the overall experience online was quite enjoyable for me. And if someone just wants to play with friends, there's always the arenas, but if you're more of a tag team fighter, then Squad Strike might be for you. But for me, I give it the official, that's cool, but I'm never gonna play it more than once certification. I don't really think Squad Strike should have been made its own mode. It would have been better to group it in with Special Smash. Tourneys, on the other hand, are much more exciting, and it's fun to be able to play tournaments online. You can play against up to 32 people, kind of like a battle royale, and I will shut up before I speak that meme into existence. Classic mode is back, and this time there is a set path for each character, which is special to the character itself. Some of them are more creative than others, like how Ryu only fights 1v1s on Omega stages, kinda like Street Fighter, which is such a cool callback to the game. Or you can be a loser like Cloud. I really don't know what his route has to do with Final Fantasy, he cannot catch a break in this game. Classic mode in Ultimate is way better than the mess on the Wii U, but the lack of randomness from the 3D version could deter people from enjoying the classic mode as much as they should. If you're a fan of not fighting in a fighting game, then Home Run Contest should be for you. Again, this is another thing that I played for a bit, then remember why I don't like watching baseball. Imagine showing someone this before the Spirits mode was announced, the murder rate would have gone up. Spirits was a big new mode added to the game, but more specifically World of Light. This would be the adventure mode for the game, something that was missing from Smash 4. In this mode, you have to travel around the map fighting against spirits of other fighters. After beating the fighter, you unlock the fighter's spirit, which when equipped will give your fighter an upgrade. Now most people were hoping that this would at least emulate the spirit of Subspace. And well, there's cutscenes, they're not entertaining, but they're there. I was a bit bummed when I found out World of Light wasn't going to be as story driven as I thought it was, but it was still good for what it was. Every fight felt unique since the spirit would give the battle another element, like sometimes the other fighter would return metal or they would heal automatically, and sometimes the screen would get covered with my tears. Yeah, some of these fights were bullshit. I know that choosing your spirits is key, but come on, sometimes I would have to try a bunch of combinations to find the one that worked the best. I lost so many fights because I ran out of time since the other fighter just decided to run from me for some reason. There's also a skill tree that isn't too big, which I find nice since it keeps the focus of the game on the spirits. And as for the spirits themselves, it was kind of okay. I appreciate Sakurai using them to make characters that aren't fighters have a bigger role in the game, but outside of World of Light, I really didn't see myself using them all that often. I felt like there was so much effort put into them, but there weren't that many uses for them. They also aren't as cool as trophies, which is what they were replacing. Being able to see a 3D model with some fun facts is much more appealing to me. It just felt like there could have been some more fleshing out for the spirits. So that's something I can say for a lot of this game. To be honest, besides online, classic mode, and World of Light, nothing else in this game is something I would come back to or find myself playing for hours like I do online. But I mean, the modes I mentioned are the main focus of this game, so it didn't diminish my experience by much. I stand by my opinion that Smash Bros. Ultimate is the best game in the franchise. It's the best one competitively in my opinion, and for someone who gets excited for character reveals like me, the fan service brings this thing home. It's not the perfect Smash game, but it's as close as we've gotten. I think that's why it's called Ultimate. It's the ultimate version of Smash based on what we already have. That's why I'm excited to see what comes after this for the series, since the next game will more than likely make more changes and try new things that have never been in Smash. Besides Waluigi. Well, surviving a plane crash did surprisingly give me a new appreciation for Smash Ultimate. That's why I'm gonna walk around with the tablet that always displays the phrase Smash Ultimate Crisis Killer, my experience.